Greetings, fellow royal subjects. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld, Castle in the Void. Episode 5, A Throne for the Void Knight. Now, I do know that we will still have a flammable steel door. At least the walls will not go poof. All right. 310. That's enough for the throne. And what is our carry weight at? As soon as we get this thing butchered, we're basically at capacity. Got it. Is this a silver vein? Yes, it is. I don't really have any trade opportunities at the moment because I don't have a comms console and people don't show. We've only had one slaver show up, so I haven't really had need of getting silver. So it's not that I'm ignoring the silver, I just don't have use of it at the moment because we have like 2k silver up in space and I'm not even using that stuff. So we're going to want to bring this stuff back up to space pronto because we're kind of low-key starving here. So let's get that butcher table up. Butcher the dromedary and then get back up to space. So butcher, forever, drop, done, and done. Destroyer, hop in the shuttle. And then load Scorp, meat, hide, slate. Or actually, reset. Meat. No, not cancel. Load, Scorp, meat, hide, steel, and whatever slate we can fit. Done. Go, go, go! Launch to space. Alright, now they can have a nice meal. So, Destroyer, Mr. Tribute. You are going to be... dealing with the animals, I guess. And then hauling and cleaning? When not? Seems reasonable. Hospitality for Lucas. Hospitality quests are going to be a little bit harder for us to fulfill because our surface colony doesn't really have accommodations. Oh, he wants to hide out of Void Castle. He wants to hide out up here. Oh, okay, that changes things. A little perspective here. Eltex is like a supercaster material for psycasters. Very good stuff. And in the research tree, because this is one of the only non-vanilla, we have caster gear. So you can make caster gear from scratch and regular Eltex gear as well. And the materials to make this stuff is Eltex. So like a cape is like 4 Eltex. A dagger is 4 Eltex. A mace is 4 Eltex. A mask is 6 Eltex. A sword is 4 Eltex. And then like a staff would be 8. Skull cap would be 8. 1 for a shirt, so on and so forth. Just to put it in perspective of like cost. So, do we host the, what was he, a knight? Knight. And then if yes, you can vote on the rewards. But I don't have, at the moment, have a free bedroom that satisfies the requirement. In fact, I don't even have a bedroom for Mr. Tribute. So we'll just stick Mr. Tribute in here. On top of that, Marine Armor has a Sharp of 84. Felix's helmet has a Sharp of 52. So take off the switch helmets. And almost all the debris in this area has been cleaned up. Alright, looks like you guys want me to host the night. One more minute to vote on that. But, poll seems a bit like a foregone conclusion to me. This map tile, I wouldn't mind like hunting elephants. They're a little scary to hunt. But with Felix down there, it'd be doable. And we could bring back a lot of meat now that we have a butchery table. So that might be a wise thing to do. But I probably, again, want my royal permits and, like, throne first. Oops. Oh, no, I meant to not get that one. I wasn't sure what it was going to link to. What a clean base we have now. Just about. I placed a marble throne. Oh, yeah, that'd be a problem. Thank you for noticing. I was like, oh, no progress has been made. Yeah, I'm an idiot. Slate. Alright, obviously you want me to host the night. So what reward do we take? Reward 1 is honor. And honor is pretty important for royal rank. Reward number 2 is LTEX, and reward number 3 is gold. So choice, 1, 2, or 3. Honor, LTEX, or goodwill. I said gold, but I meant goodwill. Product wasted. Boo. Okay, we're very low on chem fuel. I think what I'm going to do is start to make it out of organics until we have like, let's say 100 chem fuel. I'm going to make this out of rice because we don't have a lot of wood now. I could send Runeloth or really anyone, because anyone can do plant cut just inefficiently. Send anyone down to the surface to help to cut down trees and maybe even take a moment to go to the tropical rainforest for wood. So that might be a good next trip. But now Scorp is, with his work drive, trying to build the meditation throne. So the throne room might have its own requirements, so let's take a look at that. So we are becoming an acolyte, and the meditation throne does require 2 braziers, and braziers must be lit. And that is a bit of a complication, right? Because braziers is not something that we will naturally have materials for, typically. Maybe I'll have steel braziers because I don't have a lot of slate at the moment. So keeping them lit is obviously going to be a problem. Also, I'm just going to roll... GMT, you're not going to be too cheap. Breakfire, you're going to be a little lammy. And I may want to call our numbers here, only because keeping this many sheep fed is like an issue. I don't know what the population should naturally be, but it probably shouldn't be like that high. So I think in this case, Noisy Boy, I'm going to butcher you. So we'll keep a breeding pair. And I'm killing the oldest ram. And I don't want to build the braziers until the throne is done, because I don't need to like light the braziers early. Felix will also need to do his death rest. In fact, let's have him do it now. So, by the time he's at a death rest, we'll probably be able to do the acolyte ceremony. Because his death rest was pretty low. Alright, I need a warden. Runeloth, you're the guide, you'll be a warden. Cheers, by the way. Wife just brought me some fresh coffee. Nice. It's not poisoned. Yes. We're gonna live. Just kidding. I don't like using auto slaughter because, like, auto slaughter can be stupid, to put it bluntly. Like, it doesn't consider age as a factor, and it will, yeah. So I typically don't use it unless I have a huge ranch, which I don't have a huge ranch, so it's not really an issue here. Alright, chem fuel's looking good. Passenger shuttle's getting more fueled up. The rice harvest has been great. Runloth has been quite busy just tending plants. And you guys want me to accept honor for the hosting. So, I need a bedroom that is suitable for the night. So, current priority is Acolyte, Bestow, and Host Knight. So take a look at what a knight will need. A knight needs 24 tile, all floor, double bed, end table, dresser, no work facilities. 24 tiles. Okay. This is big enough. So the big requirements there is double bed, end table, and dresser. Which I don't love making it out of steel, but like that's what we got, so that's what I'll do. And Miss Key, thank you for the cheer. Has the timer been moving? I haven't been staring at it. Maybe you guys have. And Brainbug, thank you for the resub. Because I know sometimes it just like simply doesn't work. Alright, so as far as I know, free bedroom that satisfies... Is this floored? Oh, you know, this might not count as flooring. I think it does, but I'm not 100% sure, so I'll just, like, steel concrete it up. Actually, I would go so far as to say it's not entirely unreasonable for me to go down to the rainforest and just, like, cut a ton of wood with Runloth, and then bring that wood up for, like, flooring. I think that's what I want to do instead. Because it's... steel... wood is easier to get than steel. And as soon as the basins are sewn with Runloth, I'll just send her down to the rainforest to just chop a whole bunch of wood. Because we're going to want the wood for the braziers anyway. So, I think that makes sense. And we can recoup some of the wood here once our constructors are, like, freed up. In fact, Scorp, how about you go do that? And bits for my wife. Yeah, you know, she's... It's nice to have a wing woman when I'm sitting here for, you know, 12 plus hours. To be fair, I do make her coffee every day. So, she makes me coffee like twice a month. I make her coffee every day. It's a fair trade. I make her morning coffee. So she wakes up to coffee. Man, the shuttle's almost already fully fueled. Now, with that said, I'm going to temporarily suspend this because we're down to not a lot of rice left, and I want rice for cooking reasons, but still. Hey, Turtle, welcome. All right, so Scorp should be, in a minute, able to... Oh, Vingeli's pregnant again. Remove the floors here and there, and getting more materials for us. And as soon as Runloth is done sowing the last few pieces of rice, or whatever, we'll send her down to the rainforest. Is there a downside to mass-produced meals instead of maintaining a small stock? No, not really. I mean, you do have, like, a food sickness and spoil risk, but there's not a lot of disadvantage. Oh, hold on. Before you go, I'm going to give you 6 survival meals. Just in case. And Joint and Bringbug, thank you for the gifted subs. And it looks like the clock's moving. That's good. That's real good. Launch. So this time... Ooh. I'll do that later. It was this tile, actually. There's, wild psychoid, but, I don't even have psychoid research, so I don't need to have a bunch of psychoid. So RimWorld is down on the surface so that we can chop a whole bunch of wood for flooring, furniture, fuel, the 3 Fs. No one refers to the 3 Fs as that. But I do. Maybe there's going to even be an ancient danger. That'd be really nice. Oh, we border the grasslands. Crap. I should have been more careful about that. Points of interest here. Do we have plasteel? Yes. So we can always come back for the plasteel that's here. Do we have gold? Oh, in spades. Do we have an ancient danger? Yes. At least one. Just one. Cool. Well, we can... I don't plan on, like, living here. But we can chill here for a bit. So, Ruinloth doesn't have terrible construction skills. I'm not going to say they're good, but they're not bad either. So, why did you drop your medicine? Oh, okay, you picked it back up. So what I want her to do is just start cutting down trees as fast as you can. I probably should have given her the tainted recon armor so she can move a little bit faster. And I'm going to set up, like, a really, really, really pathetically small, like, survival shack made out of wood. So that she can, like, at least eat and sleep more comfortably with, like, a horseshoe pin. You know, the bare minimum. The shack in the woods level of accommodations. And then fill the shuttle up with wood and send it back up to space. And yeah, like, I fully know that, like, everything here could be burned to nothing pretty easily. Especially with grasslands. Because grasslands are, like, hyper flammable. It's just the way it is. It's fine. Alright, Scorp. Let's have you continue working on the throne. Because just about everything else got broken down. All the floors got removed. Sweet. And you are going to need sleep soon, so I'm going to keep you working until, like, this is a reasonable accommodation. The hospitality for Lucas is running out of time, so I might need to make some... Stop working on that. Strip up the floors. So, let's batch strip up the floors. And then we'll move the wood over. It's where we need that all fine floored. I could always do concrete, because technically concrete is flooring. I just wanted it to be wood for the cost. Ah, crap. Oh, there's only 2. Still, crap. I should have been shooting earlier. I thought I had a little bit more time. Her melee skill isn't awful, and she is wearing vac armor, which is like a reasonable amount of defense. Except for when they get scratching her head. Well, you can self-tend. So get to it before you bleed out. Pretty sucky. All right, in terms of the cut plants, I'm going to cancel all designations and then just like hand pick the fully grown teak trees. Hopefully she doesn't get scurria from it. Yeah, I hope not. Time will tell. And we are running out of time for that quest. So, Scorp, you are going to work a little overtime. So that we can try to get that room ready. Alright, in terms of meals, let's eject all those and allow Ruinloth the travel meals. Travel meals also should include fine meals, because we might have some fine meals left over. And then I'm going to want the wall built. Let's cut down one more tree so we can sit at a table while we eat. Then this here will be the stockpile for wood. And this will be the catch-all stockpile. Deserter. Nope. Alright, we're gonna put the wood in that room, not here. And Scorp, haul it. Oh, and good job, like, leaving wood in the door. That's super helpful. Now, why? You literally hold everything away except for the one wood I wanted moved. Good God. Alright, so Ruinloth is okay. Hopefully she doesn't end up with scurria. Otherwise she'll need some treatment. And it looks like we are gonna have to use some, like, rough tiles, but that's fine. I'll do paved tiles. It's not that much steel. Because I don't think we're about to run out of time, and I don't necessarily want to wait for Ruinloth to make the ascent. So, if I'm not mistaken, this should satisfy, and it does. So there are paralytic Abbasia, meaning they won't be able to move, and I'm going to have Scorp standing by this. I mean, it seems to be they're wearing a suit, so I'm not really worried about them suffocating. But we want to bring them to bed quickly. So except for... Oh. When are you awake? 14 hours left. I will try to wait as long as I can to accept this. So that Felix gets credit. I might need to auto-wake him a little early. Just a little early so he gets honor. What's up with Ruinloth's portrait? She got ravaged by a squirrel? Like you do. Oh, rice plant got left so long that it died. Hey, Destroyer. Let's have you, like, try to be a farmer. I don't care how bad you are at it. And quest in 5 hours. We will... Waking Merle, he will not benefit from any death rest buildings, but that's actually okay, because the only building he has is an accelerator, so there's not like a benefit of like psychic sensitivity or hemogen gain or hemogen capacity or anything like that. So we'll just... It's going to be close. It's going to be woken up a tinge early. Isn't there wood under hydroponics? Yes, there is wood under here. True that. And we'll pull that up too. God, you're so bad at... Okay, so let's wake. Waking a wee bit early. It's fine. So, 5 days of an annoying debuff for a little honor. He is coming... Where's the shadow? Here. Okay, Scorp. Go rescue Lucas. And Felix just meditated for another psycast gain. Sweet. Alright. You are going to be offered fine meals. No meds. We will put you in... We'll illuminate your bedroom, because you're paralyzed, but you still care if it's dark. You are a Frost Shaper psycaster, not that you can use any psycasts. And we are to host you for how long? 19 days? Alright. Felix just got it better as psycasting, so here is some choices for psycast to unlock. There is Corpse Explosion, Word of Offering, and Blood Spew. You guys can pick. Alright, Runeloth, how's it looking here? Operation Get Wood is going real slow because you're in a vac suit and you're hurt. Yeah, that makes sense. Also, don't even bother refueling this. We'll probably end up coming back to this map tile for the Ancient Danger and the other resources like Plasteel, but I don't need to like treat the zone all that well. God, that's a mess. Alright, the throne's here. It's only normal quality, which is a little unfortunate. We might want to build another one later on. But, that's a start. And then once we have the shipment up from Runeloth, we'll be able to do the Acolyte ceremony. So I'm just hoping to get a little bit more wood first, obviously. Oh, Scorp. Yeah, my bad. You may sleep. Oh, joy. Flash storm. Don't try anything, Mr. Panther. Eliminate! Thank you for the resub. So, Breakfire, to answer your question, I will not be using any psycasts other than hemosage ones, as per the rules. So, like, I'm not going to be using the guest psycasts ever. The only ones we will ever use is hemosage psycasts. I would like... Is there... oh, boy. Really? Really? That's where the fire is? Is there any slate buildings here that I could break down for some slate? I know I could, like... Oh, yeah, I guess. Sorta. Because I was thinking of making the braziers out of slate instead of steel. So they match. But, yeah, this sucks. Oh, God. Like, all the fire is, like, clustered right around my shack. This felt personal. Like, fire, 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 fire. No fire anywhere else. It was definitely like a storm just specifically over my head to screw with me. And you really can't convince me otherwise. Hopefully the auto rain kicks off. Because, my shuttle's, like, on fire? Yeah, I'm getting the frick out of here. Screw you, map tile. Screw you. You suck. Load. I don't care if the shack burns down. Like, it's not worth the shuttle. Bye. Ugh. Stupid. Stupid, stupid grasslands. Alright. With Rhadamant, we don't really need, I have no idea what work they do. I don't really care. We don't need destroyer, mech, and mess of the crops. And with all that wood, let's just decide to do the steel braziers so we can do the acolyte ceremony. I can always change the braziers later on. So it looks like you guys want corpse explosion. Done. And then the poll will be up again in a minute because we're about to get a new psycast as soon as we do the ceremony. So let's get these lit so they're honorable or fueled or whatever. And now this should be doable, and it is. Oh, and they landed close. You have a vac gland, good. So you will survive. And whatever, yeah, okay. Screw this map tile. So much. I did leave the package of ramen meals down, mostly because, like, fire was overtaking the shuttle. It wasn't worth 3 meals. But yeah, that's annoying. Start. Yeah. Cool. Expected quality was 55. There's a chance that I get some bonus honor. I wouldn't hold my breath, but there's a small chance. We haven't not yet rescued the Waster, because I was hoping for more psycasts to be able to make it a little bit easier. One of the problems with that Waster is that they're guarded by a bunch of turrets, and I don't really have a way to deal with turrets. I don't have a sniper rifle or a shield belt, so it's more risk than reward as far as I'm concerned. And then Wasters also have the whole, like, I need drugs all the time, and I'm ugly, so I fight, and I'm aggressive, so I fight. Ugh. Alright. Unimpressive again. Unlucky, but, you know, whatever. And I did gain the title. And one of the benefits here is I now have a permit choice. So we could get a trooper squad, which would make the land rescues and raids a little bit easier to call them in. So I'm going to have you guys choose permits here in a minute. And then, of course, I did gain another psycast. So I'll have you decide on that as well in just a moment. So psycast to unlock. Sanguine Spear. And Sanguine Spear is like a long-range blood grenade. It can only be used outside, and it damages the target and creates a blood mist explosion. And bye-bye. So, Felix also will want Acolyte-specific apparel, which I really honestly cannot supply at the moment. So he's just going to be upset. Basically, being vac protected is more important than having Acolyte stuff, so I don't really care about his Acolyte desires. Maybe at some point we'll get, like, prestige armor for him so he doesn't get upset, but, like, for now, not dying in vacuum is more important. Cheers. And Wastelander, thank you for the resub. I could potentially... Yeah, let's just do it. Double up our research benches, the simple ones. So we can have 2 low-tier researchers at once. Because we have some idleness on the station, and we can avoid that. And it looks like Sanguine Spear is going to be the choice. Got it. Now, if we wanted to deal with the turrets, we could either go the shields, and I think that's the most reasonable. So I think that's what I'm going to do, is research shields. Because what I could do in that case is craft a shield on a machining bench, which we would need to research machining. But once we get microelectronics, we'll get a high-tech research bench, which will speed things up. Make shields and have Felix be a psycaster with a shield and like the masterwork sword that I have, rather than a gun. Even though he has a burning passion shooting, I'll just give up on the burning passion shooting and have a melee anyway. So he's shielded all the time. Because I think that's going to be more important in the long run. Timer on the rescue, it's like 18 days, 14 days. There's plenty of time. 14 days is a long time. Now, for the other half, the permit. If we do get the trooper squad, there's, of course, the chance for using that to rescue sooner. There's also steel and food drop. I'm not going to do laborer team because I just don't... Well, that's not true. I could have the use of labor on surface, just not up here in space. So what permit? Steel, food, laborer, or trooper. Oh, it's still burning? No wonder my game was like chunking. It's calculating like the largest forest fire. A turd-shaped forest fire just to screw with me. Thanks, game. You the best. Burnloth, looks like you have some farming to do. Oh, look at you being nice. Crazy. Oh, actually, you really need to make fine meals. We're kind of low-key out of that stuff. I think I also need to put a home zone here so we can repair the shuttle, because it did take damage, and we won't repair it unless we stick it on a home zone. Yeah, there's no more stuff to build. There's no real point in like changing this from steel to wood. I don't need the steel that bad. Finally, it's raining here. Well, I mean, it's a rainy thunderstorm, but at least the fire will go out. And I think when we land back here, I'm going to keep this as a like map tile that we have. I would probably want to land close to the plasteel, because I don't want to land here, because here was like worthless. There's no real reason to be there anymore. So I'd land near the plasteel with and the ancient danger with Scorp, and potentially Felix, so we can like investigate the ancient danger. So the current priority right now is research shields and get plasteel. And the reason for the plasteel is going to allow us to make a microanalyzer. But of course, we do need the advanced components. And one of the things we might be able to pick up from an ancient danger like this one is advanced components. So going in there for advanced components would be smart. Also, potentially recruits, because the ancient soldiers in there are also potentially recruitable. Let's not bring the books out of the research room, because they're kind of annoying to return, so I'll just put an armchair there. And you guys obviously want me to get the Trooper Squad permit. Got it. Oops. Do we go rescue the Waster now? There's a high likelihood, given that it is a Waster, and the Waster didn't have particularly good skills, that the Waster ends up another tribute. I mean, their best skill is mining at level 6, so they kind of suck at everything, it seems. But, you know, honor is honor. Sealskin. Okay. Bit of a head scratcher, but alright. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld Castle in the Void, which originally streamed live on Twitch as a miniseries marathon. If you have any questions for me, let me know in the comments below. I am not, however, looking for feedback because this streamed once only as a marathon and it cannot be incorporated. If you would like to join my online community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it. If you'd like to join my Patreon page, you can also find a link to that in the description as well. Thank you so very much for watching. Special thank you to my Twitch subscribers, Patreon patrons, especially those that suggested this specific scenario, which would be Ruinloth, Felix, and Scorp, and also viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you on the next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow Sanguophage worshippers.